and it's a privilege for me to be the last speaker and try to wrap up the discussion here. It was really a great debate with great speakers, with great topics discussed. We've seen a quite wide range of energy market representatives from the fossil fuel producer to the oil and gas business, then cogeneration, engineering company, technology provider, and the renewable investor, and of course the representatives of the parliament. And we've seen great ideas. What can I say about the direction of the discussion is that basically no one is losing focus. The focus is the same: decarbonization, energy transition, clean energy production, phasing out fossil fuel from our energy mix, which is a good thing, because having an energy crisis for, let's say, I don't know, more than half a year, started in September, so we have already more than half a year. In a crisis situation, you tend to lose focus sometime, just to try to recover yourself. And what can I say? What can I see now here is that basically no one is losing focus. The goals are the same. Maybe the path will be different. Maybe the time to make changes will be shorter, which could be a good thing. During this crisis, since the crisis started, we had already some discussions, some debates. The crisis gave us some generous subject to debate, and during this crisis, the discussions regarding the solutions and the future of energy in Europe sometimes heated up. But even in this under this pressure of the energy crisis, we didn't see quite, let's say, strong actions from a lot of stakeholders involved in these debates. Unfortunately, we have a war right now, and maybe this war, this unfortunate situation, will accelerate things, and we can see that if not other thing, this war gave us unity in the European Union. Of course, in this period of time when there is energy crisis and there is a war next to the European Union, close to the Romanian borders, the most important thing, and this was basically everyone's idea here, is the security of supply for gas and for power. Of course, to have a security supply and to rebalance the energy market in Europe, we need investments. We need investments in new production capacities, and we need investments in energy efficiency. And I would start with this, with energy efficiency, because in the last period of time, we lost focus of energy efficiency, or at least this is my feeling, because the energy market can be really balanced with energy efficiency measures, lowering the consumption and the demand on the market, and sometimes it's much more easier to do that on a short term than build new production capacities and start, let's say, offshore gas production, because those investments take a lot of time. The European Union and member states have sources to finance energy efficiency investments, and I'm convinced that in a relatively short period of time we will see some acceleration on investing in energy efficiency on European and national levels as well. This I hope it will be applied for Romania as well. Regarding the other investment method and other method to rebalance the energy market. Of course, are the investments in the production. Romania has the privilege to be able to raise the gas production as well. Not many European countries can say that. But Romania has this possibility, and we know that already in Q2 this year, a Romanian company will start offshore gas production, and there will be a additional gas production on the Romanian market. We know that in case of Romania, there are other reserves, onshore reserves, which could be started relatively fast, the production. And we've seen some signals that Romanian authorities, Romanian companies who are involved in these reserves, they are trying to do that. Of course, regarding the gas business, we see that a lot of countries are trying to find new solutions, new alternatives to the Russian gas, new gas routes. Hopefully some of them, which are already under construction, will be commissioned as soon as possible, and such as gas from Azerbaijan or other parts of the world can be an alternative to Russian gas quite rapidly. Regarding the power production, of course, we need investments in power productions as well, investments especially in clean production capacities, and to try to accelerate the energy transition. As I said, the focus is the same. I will not spend too much time on this. I think every European member country is focusing on clean energy production because eventually, my personal opinion is that about, let's say, 30 years ago, when the European energy market started to change under the pressure of European legislation, Energy Package 1, 2, 3, 4. The initial idea was to lower the energy independence of the European Union, and the only way at this moment is it's renewables, to invest in renewables. Europe doesn't have any other resources, so for us at the European level, renewables will be the most important source of energy. Regarding the regional approach, because this was the main topic of the conference or the debate. In the last 5 or 10 years, I've seen a lot of statements, strategies of a lot of European member countries, let's say in the Central and Eastern Europe region, and there was no country which doesn't propose himself to be a regional player, a regional energy hub, or a regional security provider. It's impossible. So maybe one or two can be, but not all of them. What is the most important right now, as I said, is the unity. To think together, to invest together in energy grids, through, let's say, PCI projects, project of common interest, to reinvent market mechanisms in order to create and let's say, give some mechanisms which are strengthening the regional markets, no matter if you are talking about energy, electricity, or gas, because we have to integrate in the first place, we have to integrate the renewables. And I will give you one example of unity, because I think it was a strong signal from the European Union. the integration of Ukraine and Moldavia's electricity grid in Ensoe. It's a sign that we care, that we think together, that we are united, and we are open to make efforts in order to find solutions together and leave no one behind. It's important for those countries who are in a privileged position to make compromises in order to help those who are not. And one more topic, because I think in the last period of time, and maybe in the short-term future, it will be one of the most interesting topics: the European market design. There are a lot of analysis already, a lot of discussions already on these associations, energy market participants, decision makers are discussing, debating whether we should change or not the European market model. My personal opinion is that let's say shortly, we don't need a revolution of the energy market. We need rather an evolution of the energy market model. Because this energy market model, which Europe adapted a while ago, is the market model which will attract investments in energy sector, especially in renewables. And it was the market model which gave us in 2020, during the pandemic crisis, the lowest prices in the last 10 years. It was the same market model. So we have to find a solution to give an evolution of this market, not a revolution, combining with, let's say, corporate PPAs, two-way CFDs, contracts for differences, long-term contracts with hedging mechanisms. Those are the new mechanisms. Those are the new part of the market model, which has to be integrated, which has to be used in every European country. And I'm convinced that with this evolution, we can find a balance between attracting investments and giving the consumers affordable and fair prices.